Hey everyone, welcome back to Mavis and Me. Today I'm going to be talking about flying with your service dog in 2021. I don't know how many of you know this, but the rules have changed for service dogs and emotional support animals when it comes to flying commercial airlines. And some of the stuff is good and some of the stuff is not so good. So the way it affects me as a service dog handler, now psychiatric service dogs are considered normal service dogs. They're not pushed into the emotional support animal category, which is fair because psychiatric service dogs are service dogs. They're trained to the standards of a service dog. They're not just something that you just hold and cuddle and feel better about. They actually are trained to do a task to help mitigate their handler's disability. So that's a good thing. That's wonderful. On the flip side, they also kind of put a size limitation on the service dog, and they say you need to buy like another seat if you have a big service dog. Well, obviously Mavis is big. She's 95 pounds, and so I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna have to see how that plays out. And if they ask me to buy another seat, I'm gonna definitely try to prove that she fits, because I've flown with her quite a few times and she always fits in the foot space of where I sit. But you know, I'm not sure if they're gonna allow me to prove that, or I did run into a problem with that one of the last times I flew earlier last year. Where they stopped me as I was boarding, early boarding, and I got on and they're like, whoa, that dog's too big. You're gonna have to go back and buy another ticket. And I'm like, no, she'll fit. No, she won't fit. And I'm like, I know she'll fit. So we had this little throwdown with the stewardesses and stuff. And I said, can I just show you that she'll fit? Okay. And so I went to just one of the regular seats and I said, go in. And she went in and she just tucked herself and squished herself underneath the seat in front, the seat, underneath my seat. She fit perfect. And they went, oh, okay, yeah, you fit. No problem. Sorry to bother you. So I'm hoping that the new rules will allow for, us to prove that our big dogs fit. Just because a dog is a certain weight doesn't mean that it's not going to, be able to smush itself into a spot. So anyway, basically the rest of this video is going to be screenshots that I've taken of the paperwork. Well, it's paper, it's online, but, e-paperwork that I had to deal with to kind of get Mavis onto this flight that I'm going to be taking here in the next couple weeks. I'm very excited. This is going to be kind of a fun trip, but I want to show you sort of the transaction that went back and forth between me and their service dog, organization that kind of helps with this, plus also the airlines. So the rest of this video will probably be me just blabbing over the top of screenshots, but maybe you'll learn something. If you need to pause it, I don't want to sit too long on any one screen because it gets too boring. So if you need to pause it to read the screen, please do. And other than that, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Okay, so I'm going to start by buying my tickets, right? What I'm going to do first after I put in my name and everything is I'm going to click on this link here, Request Special Assistance, because I have a service animal. I'm going to check the little box there that says Service Animal, and this pop-up window below it will come up that says your working service animal came, blah, blah, blah. So click on the documentation required, and it gives you a link so you can start filling out the documentation to get a service animal ID. If you click on the guidelines for traveling with a service animal, you get these guidelines here. And it's worth pausing just to read through them. There's 2 pages here. Once I got my tickets purchased, I got an email, and it told me how to deal with these new regulations. So first we're going to click on the link, Traveling with a Service Animal. Notice some important changes here are that Alaska will only accept service dogs and no longer will accept emotional support animals after January 11th. I booked my flight during a time of transition between their old policy and their new policy. So when dealing with problems at the airport, you should always look for your complaints resolution official. They can help you out. Let's go through these links. Clicking on Traveling with a Trained Service Animal, we get this page. When traveling with a trained emotional support animal, a lot of people wonder about traveling with a service animal in training. And most important to me, animal behavior. Going back to the email, you can either click on this button and it will give you a printoutable form that you can fill out and have on your person. Or if you go back to the email and click on the bottom form, the SATS, Animal Travel Solutions, you can do it online. That's what I did. Once you receive your service animal ID, you get an email, and the email tells you, congratulations, you have an ID. If you click on this link here, it will take you so that you can actually book your flight and register your dog with that flight, which is what I did. Then I submitted the form, and I got an email saying your request to travel with your service dog has been accepted.